On Married at First Sight, Lindsey Georgioulis nurtures her husband Mark Marr. Fans think that her efforts are overshadowed by her victim complex. Lindsey Georgioulis from Married at First Sight has a compassionate and nurturing side, but fans think that she plays the victim. Throughout MAFS Season 14, Lindsey has endlessly taken up space. Sometimes, it's with her dirty sense of humor. Other times, it's due to outright tantrums when her new husband Mark Marr does anything that she doesn't like. Lindsey earned a bad reputation from the jump because she got into a fight with Olajuwon Dickerson on the plane ride to Puerto Rico. She went so far as to encourage Olajuwon to fight before his wife Katina Good stepped in. During the latest Married at First Sight after-party episode, host Keisha Knight-Pulliam and Katina had to break down for Lindsey just how precarious the situation was for Olajuwon as a black man. They also explained why Katina had to take a firm stand. While Lindsey and Olajuwon eventually made amends, and even formed a friendship as the biggest personalities on Season 14, Lindsey's tendency to stir the pot and overreact hasn't diminished. When Lindsey is her best self, Mark can see how she goes out of her way to support him. During the latest afterparty, Keisha said that Lindsey always complains about what she does for Mark. He responded, "I think Lindsey is a natural nurturer," adding, "Her natural response is to help people, but in the same token, she doesn't acknowledge I was really tough on him." "Are You My Podcast?" Host Mary Roginski said that Lindsey is the type to give the shirt off her back, but then remind MAFS Mark every 5 minutes that she did so. She takes all the credit for her best behavior, but doesn't hold herself accountable for her worst actions. Some fans agree that her efforts to help people often come with a need for gratitude. It was difficult for fans to watch Lindsey jump down Mark's throat for calling her hyper. She had spent the early hours of the morning coaxing Mark out of bed with relentless wrestling and kisses. While many wives enjoy poking and prodding their husbands a bit, it doesn't seem fair to lash out when called out for such behavior. They wrote on Twitter, "So Lindsey can demean and talk about Mark, but as soon as Mark makes a joke, it's a problem." Lindsey had made endless jokes the night before about being dissatisfied by Mark's sexual performance, but couldn't take one much tamer joke at her own expense. Many MAFS fans think Lindsey tries to humiliate Mark. Jess added, "Lindsey's emotional instability and lack of self-awareness is dangerous.